Beside of me sits my personal 3D printer. I got it over the summer, and as you may be able to tell, I've added a lot of modifications of my own. However, the one piece of the bed that I really haven't messed with is this printing bed. Now, the printing bed is a piece of metal essentially that gets very hot and allows for this plastic to sufficiently adhere to the surface whenever you begin the print. There's a magnetic surface that sits on top of some models, but either way you're going to want to make sure that this is level. I'm going to go through the leveling procedure, that way you can avoid things like this, spaghetti plastic, the result of not having the bed close enough to the nozzle, or some of these dents on the bed, which are the result of not having the bed far away enough from the nozzle. Before you begin leveling the bed, you're going to want to auto-home the system. This can be achieved by navigating the menu with this knob and then pressing down on the option that you want. This is auto-home. The machine is locating little click switches and putting the print head in the place that it believes is home position. Once it's in the home position, you're going to want to disable the stepper motors before you can begin moving it yourself. Now that these are disabled, you can freely move each axis, but do not move it up and down. Doing so will throw off the entire purpose of auto-homing the bed and get the head up away from the surface you're trying to get flat. Now, you're going to want to center the printing head above each of the four corners. Doing so allows you to slide this thin sheet of printer paper, just cut down to size, underneath, and get the nozzle at the right position above the bed at each of the four corners. Now, to level the bed, you're going to twist these large black leveling screws and get it at the right height to where you have just a little bit of drag across the paper. You're going to want to do that at each of the four corners, so try to be very careful and not bump any of the other screws as you're doing it. And it can be a little tricky, as some of these are hidden back in here pretty far, but once you get it at just the right distance, you're going to be very pleased with the outcome of your prints. There we go. So, to make sure that the bed is leveled, I'm going to slide this up underneath one more time with the head at the center of the bed. And if I still have that little bit of drag, we're in the right position and we should be ready to print. Make sure to level the bed every 2 to 3 prints for short prints, or if you print something that takes 12 hours, like this green piece, go ahead and level it directly after. Because as the system moves, these screws are backing off just a little bit and pushing up into the system, and that's no good. So, that's how you level a printing bed.